42 years. That was how long the library book sat untouched on the highest shelf in Daniel's house. Dust covered the spine. The pages had turned yellow. The return slip inside still showed the date. April 18th. Daniel knew exactly how overdue it was. He had counted the years. He had counted every single one. People assumed he simply forgot to return it. That wasn't true. He remembered it every day, because the book wasn't just a book. It was the last thing his mother ever handed him. Daniel was 12 years old when she borrowed it. They visited the library every Saturday morning. She loved old stories. He loved adventure novels. Every week, they left carrying books instead of toys. His mother always smiled and said, "Books let you meet people you'll never have the chance to meet." Daniel never understood what she meant. Not then. On their last visit together, she chose a worn blue novel. Nothing special, no famous title, just an old copy that had been borrowed hundreds of times before. As they walked home, she placed it in his hands. "Read this one after me," she whispered. "I think you'll love the ending." He laughed. "I'll finish it before you," she smiled. "I hope you do." 3 days later, she collapsed while making breakfast. A hidden heart condition no one knew about ended her life before the ambulance arrived. Daniel never got to say goodbye. The book remained on her bedside table, exactly where she left it. Weeks passed, then months. His father couldn't bear looking at it. Daniel couldn't bear touching it. Eventually, he carried it into his bedroom, not to read it, just to keep it. He promised himself he would return it one day. Just not yet. Years passed. School became work. Work became marriage. Marriage became children. Life moved forward. But every time Daniel packed boxes while moving houses, the book came with him. Always the same shelf, always untouched. Every time he held it, he heard his mother's last words. "I think you'll love the ending." He never found the courage to finish it, because finishing the book somehow felt like saying goodbye to her. 42 years later, Daniel became a grandfather. One rainy afternoon, his granddaughter Emma wandered into the attic. She found the dusty novel. "Grandpa, why is this library book older than you?" He laughed through tears. "For a very silly reason." She opened the cover. The library probably forgot about it. Daniel shook his head. "No, I never forgot." That evening, for the first time in 42 years, he opened the book. Inside, the bookmark was still exactly where his mother had left it, halfway through the story. His hands trembled, then something slipped from between the pages. A small envelope, yellow with age. His name was written across the front. Daniel. His heart stopped. He had never seen it before. His mother had hidden it inside the book, planning for him to discover it only after finishing the story. Slowly, he unfolded the letter. It read, "If you're reading this, you reached the ending before I did. Life has a strange way of changing our plans. One day you'll discover that the people we love never truly disappear. Every story ends. But love simply changes the way it stays with us. So when you finish this book, don't be sad that it's over. Be grateful you were lucky enough to read it with someone who loved you. And promise me something. Return it, because someone else deserves this story too." Daniel couldn't stop crying, not because he had found her letter, but because he realized she had trusted that one day he would be ready. The following Saturday, 42 years after borrowing it, Daniel walked back into the same library. The building looked different. The shelves had changed. Computers had replaced card catalogs. The young librarian smiled. "That's the most overdue book I've ever seen." Daniel smiled back. "I know." He placed the novel gently on the counter, then paused. Before letting go, he carefully removed one thing, not the letter. He left that exactly where his mother wanted it to be. Instead, he placed a new envelope beside it, addressed simply to the next reader. Inside, he wrote, "If this book ever finds you on a difficult day, keep reading. Sometimes the ending isn't the most important part. Sometimes it's knowing someone else once needed this story as much as you do." Because 42 years later, Daniel finally understood. His mother had never been trying to give him a book. She had been teaching him that the greatest stories are the ones people quietly leave behind for someone else.